Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, farmers. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. Fourth day of spring, and it's raining again. Today, though, we got to get in the train and back up because there's a great demand for sugar beet, and we got sugar beet, and we're going to sell all of it. I don't think we need to make any more pig food whatsoever, just because we got close to 100,000 liters in storage, maybe like 90. So I don't think we're going to need to make any more, since we only got maybe a season or 2 seasons at best. So I'm hoping, I went up to where the great demand was. It's at Western Sugar? Western Sugar, and there is a train unloading point over here. So what's the sugar beet going for, you may ask? $2.69, which is pretty darn good for sugar beet, for a root crop, really. So I've been taking care of the animals since the last episode. I don't think I've skipped too much time in between last recording until now. And yeah, here we are. We're just about $6,000 in the hole. We did save a little bit while it's filling up here. We got some time. Saved a little bit in interest from paying off our loan again. So we were paying pretty close to $2,600 in interest, down a little bit. Now we're paying under $2,000. And after today, who knows? Can I load it into this as well? Yes, we can. So we got pretty close to 370,000 liters of sugar beet. So we're going to make some. We're not going to make boatloads of money here. Maybe 125, 150,000, maybe. I can only guess something in that area. But it's going to take a while, so let me fill this up, and I'll bring you back in a quick second. Train's all full. 300,000 liters. We still got like 60 some odd thousand liters left. We'll probably come back and sell that as well. But yeah, we need to see how much we're going to get for 300,000 liters at that price. Some of you are probably already doing the math. I'm not doing it because, well, I'm too tired to do math right now. Too bad the weather wasn't better. We're going past the bioprocessing plant. I see steam coming out of it, so that means it's still running. Kind of like blowing the horn there, but I didn't know I was crossing that road as quick as I was. But hopefully I don't go past our sell point either. Like I said, I don't use a train ever, really. So at first I was going to load up the Volvo with our modded trailer. I said, wait a minute. I do believe there's an unloading point over here. Now this could be a complete fail. We are at Western Sugar right now. And it says I can unload. And there goes our sugar beet, and here comes the cash. So there's 32. May not even get as much as I thought we might get. I was hoping for 125, but we don't have the full load of sugar beet either. As it takes the last 90,000 liters that we got. That's not right. Wait, what? No, I still got like 60 some odd thousand in there. Did I creep forward too far? Must be I did. Yeah, so we're not even, out of all the sugar beet, we're not even going to get it to 100,000. But we still got 60,000 more liters to go. This is probably the long way around, but you know what? Don't care. It's raining, it's miserable. The only other thing I got to do so far this day, after I do this, is give the animals some water. And then I'm probably going to skip the day because the ground temperature is still not warm enough for this field right here we're passing on our left. I want to plant sunflowers and canola in the upper field. We got 2 more fields to plant, but it's still too cold for ground temperature for that stuff. But we will get to pay off again some of our loan. But also, we don't have that much more material. I still got milk and wood chips to sell. And basically, as I'm recording this, we only got 2 more weeks until FS19 comes out. Which means I got 2 more weeks on the Pacific Northwest. To try to get 2 seasons in here is going to be kind of pushing it, is the way maybe I should say it. And next season, we will slowly be selling stuff off that we don't need. And when I start 19, I'm not going to transfer any money or animals over or anything like that either. I'm going to start from scratch, kind of like we did in this series. I thought about bringing my money over from Rattlesnake Valley to this series, but then if I did that, I'd be starting with like $40 million. And I was like, well, then what's the fun of, running in debt and then trying to pay off your debt? Because that's the kind of way I wanted to run the series. Well, if you've been watching the series, you know how we gone. $1.4 million in debt at one point, so... Let's go pick up this last 60,000 liters of sugar beet. Get her $20 worth. Yes, I want the last 60,000 liters of sugar beet. So we can pay off some more of our loan. The bank has been very happy the past couple of days. Getting all their money back. While that's filling up, what is the price of milk? I didn't check the price of milk today. $7.06, so it's crap. And actually, we probably have a lot of corn left over as well. The corn price is not bad. But one thing at a time. Should stop somewhere about there. There we go. And that is all of our sugar beet. So we got close to 100 grand, right? Because we were almost 6 grand in the hole, and we got about 93, so we got about 99,000. 98.5 is what we got so far. Actually, while we're in this page, yeah, let's repay that loan off as much as we can, so we owe less than 400,000 now. Still a lot of money, yes, but then again, no. And right now, I think we're just going to park the train over here somewhere. We can cruise for a bit. Because we do have, like I said, 388,000 liters of milk now. It's quite a bit. But I gotta wait for this rain to pass. I need to water the animals. And then I'll probably bring it back like on the 5th day of spring. Unless we get another great demand that we need to take care of. But yeah, I'll see ya in a while. Well, here we are on the next day. It's about noonish because it's been raining. Man, the Pacific Northwest is living up to its name this season. It was raining hard again forever. It just literally just stopped just shortly a while ago. Did I cover the cover up? Did I cover the cover up? Yes. So we're back 7 grand in the hole. We lost 9 grand at night. Not much in interest. It's all animal upkeep. Vehicle upkeep, all that kind of stuff. I did get the grass fields up here fertilized. The one straight ahead, that one's already fertilized, but the one that was next to the sheep field pasture, I fertilized that over there. I fertilized the last stage of fertilization in the wheat field over there, so that's ready until it's ready to harvest. But as we can see, are the 2 fields that we planted a couple days ago in-game, they have grown, which means they're ready for a fertilization stage again. This will be the 2nd stage on these fields. So it's not going to take me too long to polish off these fields for fertilization. Let's see if I can get some GPS going here. Let's see, auto, and then yeesh, that's off a little bit, isn't it? So the plan for the rest of this episode is we got to fertilize the 2 fields up here, and I got to plant 2 fields as well. So the canola field, I got the New Holland over there with the horse seed drill ready to go. But we got to spray this field and that big field over there as well. I don't know how I'm going to approach that. Maybe kind of the same way as I seeded it, I suppose. Kind of those odd-shaped fields, but it's nice to have odd-shaped fields. Makes you have to put a little more thought into it. It's harder to hire help for those kind of fields. You can hire help, but they tend to get a little lost, maybe is the word I want to put it sometimes. But I'm keeping track of the animals. The animals are all doing well. Although I was thinking, though, I'm probably going to take a little bit of a hit on the pigs. Because we only got this season and next season to go. So, and their health, I still don't understand why I had to start at 1% health. I don't remember seasons doing that. But that's beside the point. Their health is so low. By the time their health actually gets up next season, you know, it won't be until like next year before their health gets up. They're not going to reproduce as fast. So the amount of food that we're feeding them and the amount we're going to get out of the pigs this year and next year are probably going to take just a little bit of a loss on them. But you know what? It's all for the funsies. It's nice having pigs on the farm. And I'm not too worried about selling all that sugar beet and making more pig food. We got pretty close to 90,000 liters of pig food. And since right now they're only taking... They're taking under 4,000 liters per feeding. So at 100,000 I got enough for 25 more feedings, which is more. That's at 4 feedings per year. You know, I got enough for like 5 seasons easy, even if they reproduce. So we got plenty of pig food to go. And if not, doesn't matter. We're selling everything next year anyway, so. But as for paying off some loan yesterday, yeah, our loan interest, we're paying under $2,000 a night now. And we are going to make some money today because there's another great demand. The problem is it's something that we don't have that much of, and we've already done it. It's wool again. So I almost have 3 pallets of wool. So at I think it's $9.5 grand per. We're probably going to make, I don't know, 50, maybe 55,000, somewhere around there for the wool. So bring that down. I'll put like 50 grand in the bank. We'll pay another $50,000 of the loan off. I really want a great demand for milk though, because we got lots of milk. The price for milk right now sucks, but a great demand would be great, because every time I bring a load up, the price won't drop because of demand, obviously. But the good news is, the way we're selling stuff right now, and the great demands are coming, you know, perfectly for what we have. We just want we need a great demand for milk and wood chips right now, but that's fine. But yeah, time we do our summer cut in the grass field, and then our fall cut in the grass field, we might be able to buy another piece of property this year. I could either buy small fields up here and try to make another big one, or save until next year and buy a field and then harvest it just once, but we probably won't get much crop. You know, it'll be like a lost cause because we won't get our money back on the field just for one harvest. But for any of you that were maybe worried that, oh my god, we're never going to get out of Ditton this farm before the series is over, that's not going to be a problem. Not a problem at all. Of course, I keep saying that. Who knows? I may end up buying some stuff. As for equipment, the only thing I really wanted to buy at a certain point, but I'm not sure if I will because of reasons, was a tractor so I can put fertilizing row crop tigers on here. I'm actually surprised this John Deere isn't capable of that, but that's fine. But this is our new field for this year. Although we had them last year, but now since it's all one field now, it's technically a new field for us. Alright, so I need to go down here for new. Let's just make sure all this is still the same. Bring this over to somewhere right about there. I'll overlap just a little bit. And let's fertilize this field. Field is actually bigger than what I thought it was. I'm glad I refilled the fertilizer before I came over here. But yeah, it took half the tank. But another job done. There's little bits and pieces missed here, but it's not going to hurt too much. But now we got to head back to the farmhouse after we close our gate. Yeah, I was seeing on the field next to us, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a canola field on the right-hand side. And actually, there might be another one straight ahead of us. Their canola is like in the final growth stage. We're just getting ready to seed ours, so yeah. Yep. But I think it would all turn to harvest at the same time, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, see, their canola is blooming nicely. We have gained another pig, by the way, so yeah, we bought 42, we're up to 44. Their health is very slightly creeping up, so like I said, by next year at this time it may be up in the 70 percentile, and maybe we'll get more pigs faster. But by then, you know, we'll be closing out the series just a little bit, so yeah. We'll take a little bit of a loss on the pigs, but it's okay. It's alright. It's going to be just fine. We're going to park the John Deere over here. We're not done using, well, we're done using it today, but it's not done being used. We're actually going to park it down here because it's going to follow us down with the New Holland later on. Because this is going to fertilize the big grass field while we seed the big field. But we got to seed this field up here first with a horse seed drill. Shouldn't take us too long to do, as we get all these jobs done today, trying to. Alright, why does it always go that way for? And hopefully this has the right width on it. For some reason, Horseplay likes to set this as it's wider than it actually is. So I think I'm actually going to go just a little bit, no, it's bigger. Alright, let me see. That is lowered, right? Just haven't turned it on yet. Yeah, see, I had to narrow it just a little bit. That's good right there. Perfect. And I am planting canola. Yeah, okay. Maybe kind of late now, but it's being planted now. But this will actually be the second fertilizing stage on it. Well, it should be. It is taking fertilizer, right? Yes, it is. Because we plowed it with chopped straw on it, so that was stage 1, and now we're fertilizing as we seed it, which is stage 2. So this field will be caught up with the 2 fields we just fertilized up here. Now this field is not as big, but it's bigger than it used to be from when we originally bought the farm back 75 episodes ago. I think we're around 75 now, which it's hard to believe I've had 75 episodes on the Pacific Northwest. But such a great map. I'm loving playing on this map. It's going to be kind of sad to leave the map, only because we're just barely getting the farm really going. As you know, like the debt thing that we've had since day 1, just about. You know, go all in. Basically, I did not want to get out of the vehicle. Yeah, but now that our debt is, I don't want to say basically gone. We still owe like, what, 300,000, something like that. But soon we won't have a debt, and we'll at least, you know, we'll get to see the money rise up. Yes, we basically got about 7 or 8 more episodes left in us. Somewhere around there. Maybe when it gets close to 19, there may be a couple days where I may have to maybe squeeze a couple episodes in back-to-back days. We'll see how it goes. When next season ends, that's when the series will end. So I'm trying to time it just right, but we'll see how it goes. But for now, I need to plant canola in this field so we can, you know, keep bringing the cashola. And at some point, I gotta remember, we got until 8 o'clock tonight to sell that wool. There's a 12-hour demand for it. So, yeah, I got until 8 o'clock tonight, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. And we got a couple big fields to work in. Hey, finally the rain icon's gone, or the wet crop icon's gone, which has been constantly on this farm. But I'll see you when I'm over there on the other side. Nothing will make a farmer happy seeding his field with his favorite seed drill and his favorite tractor, and planting canola. So we should make a good amount of money from this field this year, or whenever we decide to sell the grain when it comes time to it. Of course, it'll be this season or next season, or whenever the great demand comes. But it's getting to be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The sheep have just finished producing another pallet of wool, so I'm going to have 3 full pallets to bring down. Let's turn all this off. We are done with this seed drill. Maybe not for the season, because we could do some fall planting. We'll see how it goes. Well, we give a good rinse down before we park it up. And now the next step is to get down to the bigger fields and start working on that. The John Deere I'll put onto a helper to fertilize the big grass field. And we'll be using this New Holland here with the Amazon Condor seed drill, and we're going to plant some sunflowers. But if it comes time to it, we'll have to either stop. I don't know. I can probably slow down time. I may have to do that. Slow down time, so the last thing we do is sell that wool. Trying to give the sheep as much time as they can to produce more wool, so I can sell more wool and profit more on the wool. But I'll meet you down at the big field when we're in this New Holland and the Amazon Condor, and we'll start seeding the big field. We have a worker on the John Deere's fertilizing the big grass field. That'll be the final stage there. And we're over here in the big field with the Condor planting sunflowers. And of course, the one thing I have to get used to on this one here, seeding is a slow process. And I did realize I got until hour 2000 before the great demand of the sheep wool's done. So I got about 4 hours. But I am running at times 5. So we'll have to see how that goes. I may have to slow down time just a bit. I hope I'm not miscalculating when that great demand hit. If I go here, Spinnery is still flashing. So we should be okay. Should be. Fingers crossed. Not too big of a deal, but it's a great demand. So yeah, we're going to have at least 3 crates, which means 6,000 liters, and at 9,000 apiece, we're looking at 54 to, but I know it's more than more than 9,000 per 1,000 liters right now, but we can at least expect to get 54,000. Plus, right now the sheep should be producing another crate as we speak, because that's what sheep do. I know I don't own that field, but I own the one I'm about to get back into. But this will be a long process, as you can imagine. I gotta get way over there, way over yonder. I should have enough fertilizer and seed for this field, if I remember, from last season when we planted corn / sugar beet. I don't think the rate of how much seed it takes is dependent on the crop, so by planting sunflower, I don't think it's going to take more seed than if I did sugar beet or corn or wheat, so on and so forth. But yes, we're putting money back into the ground. We're paying off our debt. This farm is going to be up in the black sometime this summer. meaning we're not gonna have any loan to pay off, and we're above zero in the money category. For those of you who don't understand that, in the black. But I'm gonna get going on this. Like I said, I'm gonna be here for a while. I'll keep my eye on the timer up there. 4 hours to go. I mean, I still got to bring the Volvo up with the trailer and load up 3. Well, it's gonna be 4 crates by then. Not a full 4th crate, but they'll have a 4th crate started, or pallet. They're actually pallets. But anyways, yeah, I got to bring the trailer up there, load that up, and then get down to the spinnery before 8 o'clock. So yeah, I will see you on the other side of this field, and we can see how we're coming along. And now here we are at the other end of the field. And it's getting close to 8 o'clock at night, which means the great demand for the wool is going to be over shortly. So I may have to slow down time to real time. But I'll wait until it hits 1930, so that'll give me a half hour. If I slow it down to real time, that gives me a half hour in real time to get there, which shouldn't be an issue. But it certainly has taken a while to seed this field. Our John Deere worker has finished ages ago. They're probably just over there sitting in the tractor like, okay, now what do I do? So they're over there doing who knows what. But we're just ready to wrap this up here, finally. I think it's taken me 45 minutes, maybe, in real time to seed this field. I didn't really time myself, but it seems like it's been that long. The whole time I've been thinking, so when I pay off this loan, we start getting money. Should I buy some more fields? Or should we just see how much we can collect with the fields we have by the end of the next season? I don't know at this point. I'm trying to figure out, well, if I do buy fields, I should buy them this year, which means that it would be the smaller fields up above, because I'm not going to be able to afford, I don't believe, any fields down here this season. And I'm not taking out no loan to do so. Yeah, the cheapest field down here, I do believe, is like 600 grand. So, yeah, I don't see myself getting 600 grand by the end of the season. Actually, I want to turn this way, stay off the field now. I'm actually going to go down to real time at this point because I got like 40 minutes and I want to leave on times 5. I get it on times 5 and go past. Actually, I should check. Is it still blinking? Yes, it is. So the spinnery is still blinking. So yeah, actually it's 9,500 per 1,000 liters. And I know I got 3 full pallets, and that was around noon. So that was like 7 hours ago. So I may have like almost a half a pallet more, which is like another 9 grand, which is great. But yeah, let's get this New Holland Condor back over to the cow farm. We'll give them a good rinse off because I'm pretty much done seeding for spring and summer. We may do some fall seeding, but that's actually not too far off. the way I'm running through these days to get through these 2 seasons. Yeah, I'm trying to think how I'm going to do it once we start making money, because we got 2 grass cuts in the big field, and that's going to be pretty close to 900 grand we'll get from doing that. Plus we got 400,000 liters of milk, over pretty close to 600,000 liters of wood chips sitting around. And I have yet to go up to the forestry yet this season, see how the trees are coming along. Hopefully we can cut them next year and make a profit. There's our John Deere worker. But now I need to grab that John Deere. I'll have him lead the Volvo up with the auto-loading trailer. We'll load up the pallets of wool and get down here and finish off this episode. I have been recording a long time for this episode. I'm recording now for over 3 hours. Seeding and fertilizing fields yourself takes a while. Yeah, if a great demand for milk shows up, that'd be fantastic, and hopefully it sells for at least $7.50. I could hope for that. I've got a lot of calculations running through my head with the end of the series coming up. You know, I keep saying soon, but I keep thinking, do I need to make more seed? Do I need to make more artificial fertilizer? You know, should I be selling that stuff? Fuel, I think we're okay on, so any fuel that we get, we can sell that, I do believe. And you can see we got 6,000 liters in that tank there. Oh, my beautiful T8. And if anyone's wondering, when 19 comes out, I'll probably be playing on the American map. And probably will until a modern map comes out that's I find attractive to myself. We may try a couple of them out, and then if we don't like it, then we can always move on. Unlike from this map, which we've been on for 75 episodes because I love it. So, as I said a few times. Yeah, see, we got still 10,000 seed. Still a good amount of fertilizer. I won't sell any artificial fertilizer until I know that we don't need it. Let's hurdle. Oh, that's right. It's going to be over in this corner here. So I'm going to grab the John Deere, get the Volvo with the auto-loading trailer, and I'll meet you up at the sheep farm, and we'll get that wool down to the sell point, make some more money. We're going to make around 150 grand today to pay off some of that loan. And before you know it, we won't have a loan anymore. So I'll see you in a brief second. Dude, you're done now. You're done. Alright, so we're back up at the sheep, and as you can see, we got about 3.5 pallets. Which I am terrible at picking up pallets. I used to be good in 15 when, if you remember back in 15 when they had the jobs where you used to have to deliver pallets once in a while. I used to get really good, but that was back when I had the telecander. I mean, the same concept, but for some reason I've gotten worse, or I've gotten worse. Alright. Thank you, sheep, for producing as much wool as we had in the past few days. Well, as you can see, we're up to 148 sheep now. The thing is, we got so much sheep now, their pasture can't keep up with how much grass they're eating, so we'll have to feed them once in a while this summer. Yeah, that just happened. Alright. Oh, man. Only I could do that. I don't even know how that really just happened, but it did. Luckily, there is a gate here. I've been in here once before with the John Deere when the bale spike somehow got caught on the fence when I went to attach it to the front loader. I'm just lucky it didn't land like on the roof. And somehow else I got lucky to where it's actually upright. Well, that was kind of funny. That's one thing you gotta love about video games. You know, if they don't make you laugh once in a while and you don't have fun doing it, then what's the point? Well, this, wow, what is up with this? This does not want to sell, apparently. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can grab it from the side here. At this point, I don't care. Try not to hit the black sheep there. This pallet does not want to go to the market. Now, we're not going to make a whole bunch of money from this, but you know what? We're going to make enough money to at least pay off more of our debt. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you would be happy to get that debt finally paid off, so you only have to hear me keep saying the word the debt, the debt, the debt, we're in debt. So I'm going to meet you down at the spinnery. And we will sell this wool and call it an episode. Didn't take me too long to get down here because I floored it. Because as far as I know, we only got about maybe 20 minutes left to sell this stuff. I think if I remember, I think we're going to be good here. So X turn off and then Y. And there we go. Like I said, hopefully we get up to a decent amount here, but we will be able to pay off just a little bit more of our debt. Hopefully we get at least 50 grand for this. Well, I mean 50 grand, over 50, up to 55. We actually got 63 grand. That is nice. Yep, still the great demand's going on, but it won't be for much longer. Where is that page? Repay. 325 to go. That's easily done with the grass cut that we got coming up in the next episode, probably. But we actually made... Oh, that's right. We sold the sugar beet yesterday. I was like, I should have made more than that. So yeah, in the last 2 days, we brought in some good amount of money, paid that off. Yeah, the farm is doing well. So hopefully, by paying off another 60 grand, our interest, you know, we're down to 1,500. Hopefully, we're down like to 1,200, maybe 1,000. I doubt down to 1,000. But that will do it for today's episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I got to bring the Volvo truck back, drop off this trailer, and I want to check out the bioprocessing plant, make sure that's still going. That's what I got left to do. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll see you next time with the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.